Today we're going to unpack a story that's told not with words, but with stone, metal, and color. It's a kind of silent language, hiding in plain sight. So let's see what it has to say.
So at first glance, what do you see? A collection of really beautiful pendants, right? But what if I told you each one is like a chapter in a much bigger story? A story about tradition, about style, and about personal hopes. Let's dig into that mystery together.
The key to unlocking this whole story is in the one thing that connects all of these pieces. And it's not just any old stone, it's a stone with a soul, with a deep history. We are, of course, talking about jade.
I mean, for thousands of years and across so many cultures, jade has been revered as the stone of heaven. Seriously. It's seen as this bridge between our world and the spiritual world. It wasn't just worn for beauty, but as a kind of talisman for protection and a symbol of your inner virtue.
Okay, so now that we've got that foundation, let's start our investigation by looking at the first clear style in this collection. This is where that ancient symbolism really shines.
Let's focus our eyes right here, on these three pieces. Just notice the warmth of that gold setting. It feels classic, doesn't it? Substantial. It carries this weight of history and, well, opulence. The craftsmanship is just so intricate, and it's all designed to show off that precious stone inside.
And this right here perfectly illustrates a super powerful cultural equation. In Chinese tradition, the phrase gold and jade basically means something is incredibly precious. Gold, as you'd guess, represents wealth and prosperity. But jade symbolizes eternity and purity. You put them together, you've got the ultimate statement of good fortune and high status.
Now get ready for a pretty dramatic shift. If those gold pieces were all about being rooted in tradition, our next set tells a completely different, much more contemporary story.
Okay, now let your eyes drift over to the other two pendants. You see that immediate contrast, right? The cool tone of the silver, the more delicate and modern designs. One of them almost looks like a stylized butterfly or a flower. They just feel lighter, more elegant, more fashion-forward.
So, here's the main takeaway. The choice of metal completely transforms the pendant's entire personality. Gold grounds the jade in this deep tradition and opulence, while silver kind of lifts it up into this realm of modern elegance. It becomes less about historical status and way more about contemporary, personal style.
But we're not done yet. There is one more layer to this story, and it's maybe the most subtle of all. The actual color of the jade itself is a language, with every single hue carrying its own distinct meaning.
I absolutely love this idea. It's not just about what looks pretty. It's about what the color is trying to communicate. It's like it's inviting us to look a little closer and really listen to what the stone is telling us.
Let's break this down, because it's so cool. That vibrant green we see in the gold settings, that's the most classic color, symbolizing harmony and good health. The beautiful lavender, which we see in both gold and silver pieces, that speaks to spirituality and serenity. And that warm, honey yellow jade, that's a huge symbol of joy and wealth.
So when we put it all together, the heavenly stone, the choice of traditional gold or modern silver, and the specific meaning of each color, this small collection suddenly becomes this tiny snapshot of a much larger story. It's this beautiful blend of ancient beliefs, current style, personal hopes, and deep cultural heritage.
And that really is the ultimate takeaway here. Each one of these pieces is a personal statement, a tiny sculpture that carries centuries of meaning with it. The person who wears one isn't just wearing a piece of jewelry, they're literally wearing a story on their heart.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? Take a look at the meaningful objects in your own life. Beyond what they do or how they look, what stories are they telling?